Hey everyone, this is Borvak. I'm looking at Nightwing issue number 43 in this video, and I'm a big fan of like Nightwing. I like me some Dick Grayson, and especially as Nightwing. He was of course the first Robin, but I like Nightwing. I'm not a big expert on him. I haven't read much of his book at all. I liked him in the animated series. I liked him in Young Justice. So, I wanted to pick up his book, check it out, and this one, I saw this on the shelf, and it looked like a good kind of one-off jumping on point. We'll see if it is. But just a nice, interesting cover here. Kind of humorous. It looks like it's going to be a little bit of a comedy, but you sure you don't need my help? We're fine. So we're gonna find out about that. Now, I didn't know when I picked this up that it was actually going to be related to this book a little bit, the Titans book. Obviously, we got Dick Grayson in the Titans, and he is also Nightwing, who is in the Titans. But this is actually jumping a little bit forward ahead. So I told you guys when I reviewed or covered Titans number 20 that it was not the most recent issue on this shelf. So this one, I believe, is the most recent issue on this shelf for Nightwing. So it might contain some spoilers for whatever is going on in the next few issues here, but we'll see. I read through it. It didn't seem to spoil too much, anything more that we didn't already know from just the Titans book. But with that being said, let's jump right in, see what we think about it. Just starting out with Dick Grayson. He's trying to hook up his new TV box. I don't know if that's one of those. I don't know. He should just use a PS4. That's what he needs to do. But he's trying to take a day off, hook up to his TV. He wants to Netflix and chill. Whatever that means. He's not sure what it means, but he wants to find out. Get some Netflix on. So Damien texts him or calls him and says, "Hey, I need your help." And Dick says, "Hey, I'm busy fighting the Red Terror," which is just his TV not working. He really he really wants the day off. But Damien doesn't believe him, and now Roy's asking him for help, and he's like, "Okay, whatever. I wanted to watch me some Netflix, but I'm gonna just have to go put on the suit and get out there and help these guys. They're not gonna give me any peace." He starts talking about how Batman doesn't take a day off, but he doesn't want it. He wants to be like Batman, but he doesn't want to be like Batman. He wants to be able to have time for himself. He doesn't want for Dick Grayson to be the mask that Nightwing wears, the same way that it is for Batman. He wants to have a life. He wants to have, relationships with people who don't wear masks. And I'm not talking just about romantic relationships, just relationships in general. But here he is, jumping out just like Batman would, heeding the call for help, and he's going to beat up some guys. Damien comes in. I like this line. I didn't ask you here so I could show off your circus moves, Nightwing. I like this guy. I like Damien. Nightwing's being cocky back. "Oh, hey, Nightwing. Thanks for answering my call and coming to help. I really appreciate it." "No problem, Robin. I'm glad we had this relationship built on mutual appreciation and respect." I like that. That's some good Nightwing there. It's like you don't even know me. I love the interplay between these characters. I'm starting to think I never read the run where Dick Grayson was Batman and Damian was Robin. I never read that run, but this here is getting me thinking that I might like it. But we get in, Roy Harper shows up, and Roy's like, "Hey, you didn't tell me he was going to be here." So these guys, they don't like each other. They're kind of fighting. And he ends up saving Damien's life. And Damien doesn't like that too much. But they're fighting their way up to a ship, and oh, look who we got here, Cheshire. I don't think she looks as pretty here, but I think she's drawn to look more villainous. Villain-ish. Villainous. Yes, that's what I meant. She says that Roy's not very good at subterfuge, and go buy this book right now. I like this. The Titans number 20 was a maybe. This is a go buy it if you like these characters. This is good. It's comedic gold without being over the top. So there you go. There's my review already. If that's all you're here for, You can leave now, but I'll finish going through kind of the rest of the story here. But she makes a jab at Roy's lack of subterfuge, and Dick says, "Hey, don't tell me you called me here to work out your relationship issues." And he basically verifies both of those things unwittingly. He says, "Keep it down, bro. I don't want her knowing that he'd asked him here for relationship trouble." And what does subterfuge mean? Again, verifying that he did ask Dick here for relational help, and that he is not good at subterfuge because he doesn't even know what the word means. Oh boy. So Cheshire disappears. I love me some Roy Harper too. I love these three guys. I love these guys. They're great. So she disappears. Nightwing starts feeling bad. He says that basically he wanted to just chill and watch Netflix, and so he wasn't putting his all into this, and so he feels bad. It's his fault these guys got away, and they probably, this fight was too easy. They just ran off. So there's got to be something else going on, Dick says. And yeah, there is something else going on. They're charging up some sort of super weapon here. As you can see, they played these guys. And Roy explains that whatever this thing is, it's basically sucking the air out. It's sucking the air up into the atmosphere and sucking the oxygen up and making the air unbreathable. It's basically going to kill everyone in the city. And it's going to, except for the people who are fit and fast enough to get out. So these are the League of Shadows, and that's a League of Shadow tactic, basically, is just... that's what Dick Grayson says. It's a League of Shadow tactic to kill the weak and only the strong survive, and that's their plan here, apparently. But these guys, Damien, Dick, and Roy, are not going to have that if they can help it. So they're breaking in. This is some good breaking. This is good stealth. So Dick comes in. He chokes this guy. He throws his baton. Oh yeah. That's some good Nightwing there. But he's about to get jumped, and Roy gets it for him. I like the trick arrows. I like that he's not just shooting people with arrows. These are electric arrows. That's good. That shows his he's not just a bowman. He's got these trick arrows and these different cool things. It shows his connection to Green Arrow, because Green Arrow is always doing that. We don't have any boxing glove arrows so far, but the zappy arrows are pretty cool. So they're chasing these guys down. And there's Cheshire. She's gonna stop him. And so there's just more fighting. There's not much to say about the fighting. They're doing some back and forth here. She's calling them sidekicks, which, I mean, maybe Damien still is, but Roy and Dick aren't, so they're not taking too kindly to that. And again, just some back and forth. Good fight scene, good stuff. Again, go buy this book. I recommend it. I want to see... This has got me sold on the Nightwing book, if it continues to be like this. But he gives his shonen speech about how he's not going to let his friends get hurt. And he kicks her into whatever this thing is. She gets electrocuted. Oh, and she's looking a little bit worse for the wear. But Nightwing's going to pull this thing out that's causing the trouble. Roy's going to help him. He's going to throw it up. Roy's going to give him the lift. It's going to explode in the air, and the day is saved. So Nightwing, I think, apologized. He said, "Hey, again, I just wanted to chill and watch Netflix. My head wasn't in the game. Because of that, this mission came a lot harder than it should have, and that's my fault." And I said, "No, man, we owe you a favor." And he's like, "Okay, well, in that case, I still want to get my alone time in, but I'm going to do it with you guys this time." There he is. Who needs Netflix when you got buddies like this to fight crime for you in Bloodhaven? I believe this is Bloodhaven. I think that's the whole point of him. They're helping him out, and he's going to just chill. So it's funny, but it's serious enough to be serious. So again, I already said it. I recommend the book. Go get it if you're into any of these characters. It was good. So that's my review. I do have a little few extra thoughts in like the kind of post-review section of this video, so we'll go over that really quick, see what comes to mind. I mean, look at that face there. Is that a dick face? He looks like he's he looks like he might need to eat some prunes or something, but he's really not happy to be talking to Damien right here. Um, Again, I just like this. I like the red laces with just the designs of all these suits. I like Damien's suit. He's such a young character, but he's really mature. Except he's also a killer, and in other ways he's not really mature. I like the interest of the character, just all the different aspects of him. It's just good art, good stylization. Look at the kind of, they just silhouetted all these guys down here in red. It just simplifies. It looks really nice. I like, again, just the stylization of it. The silhouettes here, they're fighting their way up the ramp. Again, I like all this art. There is something here that made me curious. Probably shouldn't have made me curious, but you know, we gotta, I'm here to help you guys satisfy curiosity. If because we got a mystery here, and I'm gonna find out where it is, but I'm gonna help you guys solve that mystery, because right here, this is not something I should be curious about, but again, I can't be the only one. You see here, she's kicking him, and she's got a very convenient shadow there. And when you got a convenient shadow like that, I just gotta know, I gotta know what that shadow is hiding. So if you guys were wondering too, we can skip back to Titans. This is ridiculous. This is fun though, I like this. Skip back to Titans, we're gonna find out what it's hiding, and we do find out. If you look really closely, this is the one panel. I did my research, I went back and I looked. This is the one panel that shows us what that shadow is hiding. It's hiding some nice lime green panties, so it matches the rest of her outfit. She does, if you guys were thinking that maybe that shadow there was to hide the fact that she does not color coordinate, that is not the case, at least not in Titans. I mean, this is a different day. She's hopefully wearing different panties. I'm sure she has lots of the same color, so they all match her suit. She's just a stylish type of girl, so I'm sure she's wearing not the same ones necessarily, but you know, the same color. She's that type of person. Again, we know that from Titans. So if you guys were curious about that prominent shadow like I was, I am glad to have satisfied, hopefully, your curiosity. I will say, I don't know if this would work. That little arrow, is that going to have enough force to pull this? I assume this thing's heavy. Is that going to have enough force to pull this up there? To throw this thing up higher before it explodes? Realistically, I don't think so. Maybe his bow is just really strong, or maybe he has a special way of shooting it, or that's a trick arrow or something. But I suppose, you know, we know. I like Damien's reaction. I can't watch. We're all gonna die. All of our hopes and dreams and our lives are in the hands of Roy Harper, who he doesn't like. I love the interplay between these two. They're great. But I don't know if this would work, but obviously it does work. So I don't know why it works. But again, trick arrow, strong bow. I'm not sure. But they save the day. Nightwing doesn't get his day off really, but you know, he kind of does. He has them help him out, and it's a nice little comedic end. So hard recommend. Go get it. Nightwing fans, DC fans, Damien fans, Roy fans. I like it. Hopefully you liked it too. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. If you also were curious about color coordination, give me give me your thoughts on that. And I will talk to all you guys later. Bye.